Hi, it's Sherri from A Quilting Life, and I'm here today to share with you my June projects. And along with my June projects, I'm going to just talk a little bit about my thoughts about summer sewing in general and how I go about deciding what I'm going to work on during the summer months. I have a few ideas for you on that, and I'll walk you through some of the projects that I'm hoping to make really good progress on in June and throughout the summer. So let's get started. Okay, so first just a few thoughts that I have about summer sewing. I know it's not technically the end of the second quarter of the year. That doesn't end until the end of June, but I sort of look at summer, June, July, and August as its own kind of special quarter. And I actually do a little bit of planning at the beginning of June, similar to what I do in the beginning of January, and also kind of at the beginning of the school year. So I often, have this little process that I use to decide on my summer goals. And I wrote a blog post about it a couple of years ago that I will link. It gives you some of my tips and ideas on it, on this topic. But basically what I do is I kind of do a quick cleanup of my sewing room, look at what I've got going on already, what I've already started, and then I make a summer plan. And I'm super lenient with myself in the summer. I don't have to get it all done, but at least I have kind of a bucket list of ideas for projects to work on. So today I'm just going to share with you some of those ideas that I have for my summer sewing. I won't be able to show you everything because some of the fabrics I'm going to be working with in the majority of June and July, I can't actually share with you until August, but I have a few things here I can share. So first, you might remember I filmed a tutorial for these fun, scrappy honey bun blocks made with honey bun strips or 1.5-inch strips, and we can link to that video for you. I actually got an email the other day asking if I had finished this project yet, and I haven't, but I've been working on it with fabrics that I can't show you until August. So I wanted to just kind of bring these blocks out again and show them to you. Hopefully I'll have this whole king size quilt finished by August and be able to share it with you after I can share the new fabrics that are making up a nice portion of that quilt. So that's one of my projects. I'm also, and this you'll see finished really soon, I'll be able to share it when I do my July project video, but my Socialites quilt is going to be finished within the next week or two. I've actually got all the blocks finished. These are most of them up until 33, and the rest of them I've got in a pile over there, but I will be working on setting these together. I'm actually going to use, for a contrasting fabric for this setting, a Moda Bella that matches this navy. I've used all of our navy prints, except for the stripe, I believe, from our Happy Days collection for these blocks. And I thought, for the contrast, I just thought it would be really fun to use the Moda Bella Solid, and I'll link that for you as well. But I'm going to use that Moda Bella Solid for my setting, and I'll have these put together. Really, I hope to have this done within the next couple of weeks. These hexagons I still haven't started. I did show them to you in my May projects video, but I'm getting ready to get going on these. I have a couple of ideas. And something else I wanted to note about this project is I feel like in the summer it's really a good idea to have some type of small project that you can take with you. You might be out and about more, traveling. It's so nice to be able to have something that's just in a little project bag or carry-all or even small bin that you can just stick in the car if you go somewhere and have a project to work on. So I'm going to be working on this very soon. This is just something, I might not get to this one till July, but this is, I love half rectangle triangle blocks, and this is a small block lock ruler for that block that I purchased, and I've been wanting to try it out, and it's sized to go with charm squares. So I'm actually thinking about taking a bunch of charm packs that I have in my stash and just playing around this ruler and seeing what size of quilt I want to make with it. I'm not sure yet. I'm going to try this one out, maybe till July. Another thing I'm going to be working on is my mini log cabin blocks. This you might remember from, wow, maybe it was last summer that I did a tutorial on these, or a year ago, last spring, I can't remember, but I ended up making quite a few of these and using them in a project that I'll be sharing this fall, but that wasn't enough. I wanted to make more. I think I might even want to make a bigger quilt. So I've got lots of strips. When I get the low volume strips, when I have things that are left over from other projects, I've been stacking them up. I've been cutting strips. Underneath this paper, I've got lots of print strips that are already cut and ready to go. So this is something I've just got sitting on a table, and so whenever I want to work on it, I can just pull out this project board and work on it. And this one I also mentioned last month, just to give you a head start. This sew along is beginning this month. I believe it might begin on June 16th, and I believe that Susan Aki, who wrote the book, is going to be sewing in different color families, but you can do whatever you want. The sew along is several blocks a week, I believe, but you don't have to do them all to keep up. You can do your favorites. You can kind of just participate in whatever way that you want to participate. So I am going to be starting this, and I'll be sharing my project with this along the way. Other than that, I just want to do kind of a deep clean. I try to do a deep clean in my sewing room every summer. I'll be doing that, and then I have at least 4 new quilts with the new fabrics. I'm pacing myself on that. I'm going to make 2 of them in June and 2 of them in July, and I will be sharing all 4 of them with you in August. And so that is kind of my summer projects outlook, and just a few ideas on how you can go about coming up with your own list. I think the key in the summer is to keep it fun. Just one more quick mention, in July I will be starting some Christmas sewing. I like to start thinking about that at the end of June, and I'll talk about that more when I do my July projects video. But this will keep me busy for the month of June right here. And I hope that you have some time to sit down and think about your summer sewing goals as well. So that's it for my summer sewing and June projects update. I hope that you will also be able to come up with some fun things to work on this summer. As I mentioned earlier in the video, I have a post that gives you some ideas on kind of preparing and setting your summer goals, so I'll be sure to link that post. And I hope that you have a great summer of sewing. If you love the video, please be sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, share it with a friend, and thanks so much for stopping by.